going all morning long. We're partnered here down in Ottawa at the Bottle House on behalf of the Battle Within on Veterans Day, a fantastic group helping veterans and first responders, many right in our backyard, in our area here in Kansas City, start that healing process. And here to talk with us for a few minutes, Major Darren Ivey of the KCPD. He's an Air Force veteran as well, and he is a huge advocate for the Battle Within. Major, thank you very much for coming in. Appreciate the time. You've been through this program, so let's kind of go back to that and you going through the Battle Within and how it kind of changed your course here these last few years.
Oh, absolutely. First of all, thanks for having me here. It's great to share our story all the time. When I was first approached about the program, and it was from one of the founders as well as Mr. Dale Duncan. They said, what do you think about this great program that could help first responders? It's helping military veterans, and we know that many first responders are military veterans, and then they see things on a daily basis that is really just as traumatizing to them as a veteran is seen. And they explained the program to me, and I was so intrigued, and I said, you know what, that's a big part of what's missing in the first responder world, especially in the police and fire side of things. And so I went through the program myself, and I was shocked at how much the job actually had taken on me. I've been on 27 years now. At the time, it was about 23 years on, and I didn't think with KCPD, and then I'm 9 years in the military before that. I didn't think really it had a toll on me. I thought, you know what, I'm fine. Yeah. I'm good. I don't have suicidal ideations or anything like that. But then as I was going through the program, I realized what a toll it had taken on me, how I'd stopped learning how to feel, or how I was angry all the time, or I was cold. And it just really never dawned on to me until I started processing it with the people in the program. And it felt like being back in a close-knit unit in the military, because I had the cohort I was going through. So that was my new brothers, because it was an all-male cohort. And then the community beyond that, it just felt like I wasn't alone anymore. And my family, when I came home after 5 days, said, wow, my wife said, you even look like a totally different person.
Wow.
So that was my aha moment. Like Nathan Major says, is my holy crap moment. That was mine. When my wife looked at me, hadn't even opened my mouth, and she goes, man, you look like a different person. And then I realized how much simple things, what we consider simple, they're really not simple, but we've accustomed ourselves to it, how much that was really affecting my life and affecting my family's life even worse.
Major Darren Ivey is joining us. He is KCPD Major, of course, and he's also heavily involved with the Battle Within and making sure that other KCPD folks are going through this program, right? I mean, from my understanding, KCPD, you send a lot of guys through the Battle Within.
We did. In fact, I wasn't even the first group. We'd sent about 3 or 4 people before I went through in different cohorts, and it was so life-changing to them that's why I decided, I know I need to go through this too, just to really get a good grasp of it. And we went to the chief and the command staff and said, this is something that could really benefit our folks. And thanks to the generosity of the organization, we can send them free of charge. And it's only going to benefit us, because if our folks are feeling good inside and they're getting tools to address what they face on a daily basis, then we're only going to serve our communities better. We're only going to be better fathers and mothers, brothers and sisters and friends, and it's a win-win situation.
So, I mean, you look right now, and we talk about this a lot on the show, what Kansas City is dealing with right now on the violent crime front. I've done a ride around with some of your guys as well. So these things that we think about that happen every day in this community, your guys are seeing it. They're the first ones to see it. They're the first ones affected by it. And we think about the veterans, not as much as we should, but we kind of forget about what guys like the police officers and the fire department are dealing with as well on this stuff.
Absolutely. It's like going to war at times. I'm seeing the same type of atrocities on a daily basis, and it goes on for 25 years as opposed to after the end of an 18-month deployment. And we had never really taken that in consideration in our career fields over my lifetime until probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and we realized that the suicide rate of first responders was so abnormally high, much like the military's was. And this was like a great tool. It's not a cure. I mean, I tell people all the time, this is not the cure. These are tools that the program is giving, and those tools will help. In fact, the nice thing about those tools is we can share those same tools with the community. The tools of meditation and mindfulness that I've learned in the program, I've taught to hundreds, if not thousands, of community members in meetings or children in schools and stuff like this. These are things that not only benefit us, but actually benefit our community.
Yeah, it's incredible stuff. Major Darren Ivey is joining us here on 710 KCMO and 103.7 FM with the KCPD. So as you know, people are out there right now thinking about donating and giving. I mean, what do you want them to know about this program that is so much different than anything else to be a part of?
This is a program that truly helps first responders. By helping a first responder and a military veteran, and often they're hand in hand, you're actually also helping the community too, because you want the person who's helping the community, you want them to be well themselves. You want them to be emotionally and mentally strong. It's a great way to give back. If you know a military veteran or a first responder who could use the program, direct them to the website, thebattlewithin.org, and send them there and let them apply. See how they can participate. See how they can partner. There's all kinds of ways to be involved.
Mm-hmm. Major Darren Ivey joining us here on KCMO. Major, thank you so much for coming in. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.